Okay, everybody. Wow. Just when you think things can't get any crazier, guys. Just when you think things can't get any crazier, they did. They got crazier. I was recording some of my videos for the day when this news was breaking. The live stream is pretty timely on this news. Y'all heard the Argentina meme rug, right? You saw, maybe you didn't, and we'll talk about it. The CoffeeZilla interviewed Hayden, the guy who's currently holding $100 million worth of this Libra coin. Maybe you saw that, maybe you didn't. We've got a whole saga going on. It seems like the president just doubled down on this meme coin, or at least that's what the public thought. It pumped. Dave Portnoy went all in on the wrong Libra. Wow. Cryptocurrency is deteriorating before our very eyes. And it all brings me back to Bitcoin, and it brings us all back to Bitcoin, which should always be a part of the strategy, guys. And also, I think it brings us back to other altcoins that are real world utility plays. Real chains, real projects, not just memes. It seems like we're getting a little memed out. Now, that being said, people are still ready to deploy capital and pump some of these things. But it's just getting crazier. The pumps last shorter. We've got now insiders that are getting exposed publicly. It's getting crazy. Insider teams are intentionally sniping the coin to protect the coin for the future. Is that right? Is that wrong? It's a whole crazy thing that's going on right now, guys. I want to talk about it all in this video, in this stream, talk about some of the big news happening in crypto today, what you need to be aware of, because there's a lot to be aware of, guys. There's a lot to be aware of. Welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. I hope you're doing okay today. Right now, there's 64 of you guys watching on X, 29 of you guys watching on YouTube. Do me a favor, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, give us a repost on X if you're watching. Mango Penguins in the chat, like that name, says the SEC is starting to go after tokens that are rug pulling and stealing money, and it will be the end of these garbage coins soon. I haven't seen any language to that extent. I'd be curious if you'd point me where I could find that information. I haven't seen that yet. If anything, we've seen that the SEC is going to get more laissez-faire with some of this stuff. This whole meme coin market, guys, what a crazy time. What a crazy time. We're going to get into all this. So, welcome back. Today, Bitcoin's coming down all of a sudden. Let's refresh this page, actually. Bitcoin's down to 95,700. Coming a little bit south right now. Basically timed right in conjunction with this whole crazy president of Argentina tweet. Again, within the last 30 minutes, this just occurred, guys. It's actually really crazy. Have you guys been following the story? If not, I've got a lot to break down on this with you guys. I guess let's just jump right into it. So this started it. Javier Milei, this is his official account on Valentine's Day. He put out a tweet that is now deleted. He deleted the tweet. He put out a tweet and then he deleted that same tweet about this meme, this Libra meme coin, which let's pull it up for you guys because it's ridiculous and crazy. And it pumped again this morning, and we'll talk about why. Which one? See, there's so many fake ones. It's ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous how many fake ones there are. If I could find the real one for 2 seconds. I want to find the real one. I don't see the real one up here. This is the real one, I think. Yeah, that's the real one. Okay. So here's the chart. He tweeted about it. And yeah, there's going to be some repetitive information here, but there are new developments on this story that you got to hear about. I think it's very interesting. I think it's clarifying why everybody feels so strange right now in the crypto space. So we put out a tweet about this coin, and you could see that the thing absolutely exploded immediately, and then it absolutely died off. Over the weekend, Dave Portnoy announced that this Hayden kid, this is Hayden, this kid, in this weird sweatshirt. Apparently was working with the president of Argentina or his team. And there was this whole idea, and he was backing it, and the biggest people were going to message about it. And this was this whole thing that he goes through and explains to Dave Portnoy. He explains it to CoffeeZilla, did an interview with CoffeeZilla. Right now, you could watch the interview on YouTube. It's got 426,000 views. By the end of the day, I bet you this is going to have 10 million views or something crazy like that. This is a huge story in crypto right now. But this whole thing, he has a whole discussion where I personally, I don't love CoffeeZilla. Some people love him a lot. I think he's kind of, I don't know. He's been anti-crypto the whole time. He's always kind of been rooting for crypto to fail, but he does have some really good points. And like this whole meme coin thing is kind of getting crazy. It's kind of getting crazy. And this was a great interview where you get to hear that and you can see here linked to the Melania launch. So this Hayden kid was apparently some big wig that everybody in the crypto industry, and apparently still big time folks, are trying to connect with this guy to make a coin for celebrities, for businesses, which is crazy that even after this chaos, people want to still talk to this kid. He was behind this launch, and so was this, and this is crazy, this blockchain project called the KIP protocol, not associated with that, but this is real. There's actually a project out there called KIP protocol, no association whatsoever. I think it's hilarious that this is a real thing. Here's the KIP protocol. Web3 base layer for AI. All they keep doing over the last day is making legal statements about, they were the ones that were apparently the big time backers for this thing and really negotiating with the president of Argentina's team. This Hayden kid apparently was just some middleman facilitator. That's what he says in this interview with CoffeeZilla. It gets very convoluted, but between the Argentinian government, between the KIP protocol and this Hayden kid and his cabal, there was decisive insider trading going on that even Dave Portnoy got dragged into, which is why Dave Portnoy came out and publicly disclosed that he had received 6 million of these tokens, which at one point would have been worth 30 million bucks. He received it from the team. Okay, I don't know if it was from KIP, I don't know if it was from Hayden, but for being a part of the team that was in discussion with Javier and his country and Hayden and all these folks, they gave him an allocation. He was going to tweet about it, but then the team told him that he couldn't tweet about it because it would look like insider trading. And he was like, Dave Portnoy was like, well, this is trash. I don't want to be associated with this. Would ruin me. And it was bad. It's a bad look. It's a bad thing. So he gave the tokens back, which got kind of him out of the woods. But in the meantime, this Hayden kid has $100 million worth of the Libra token, which he doesn't know whether to give it back to the individual wallets and the people like you and me. Maybe you messed with it, maybe you didn't. The regular folks that lost on it. He didn't know whether to deploy that $100 million back into the coin and pump that coin back up, or donate it to some Argentinian charity. And this is all discussed, again, in this CoffeeZilla interview, which I listened to the whole full hour and 11 minutes of earlier this morning to kind of report on this. And while I was building up all this information and learning more about this KIP protocol, which seems to be one of the most guilty parties in this, and so is the Argent. They're all bad. It's not a good look for everybody on this. I think some people tried to do something legitimate. In the meantime, there was always, with all these launches, there's bad actors involved. They find out about it. They snipe it. There's people that you cannot avoid them coming in and being ahead. Even project, quote unquote, good project, snipers are going to come in and snipe the supply. And so this Hayden kid was claiming that, by them dumping and sniping it and then dumping it on their own, they were trying to protect regular investors from the snipers, which is like, okay, so you and then CoffeeZilla comes out and gives some kind of like reference of like, so you robbed the bank before the robbers could rob the bank, and then you're going to put the money back in the bank. And Hayden's basically like, yeah, which is just crazy. His life is in jeopardy right now. He's getting threats. He's getting everybody's attacking, and he's like a middleman in this transaction. It seems like more innocent maybe than, the Argentina folks and the Kip folks. We still kind of don't know who's really behind this. We're not getting all the clarity and all the names, but it's crazy. Anyway, all this went down over the weekend. It was nuts. And then all of a sudden, Javier Milei, after putting out the post, talking about the coin immediately, and then backtracking and calling everybody associated with rats, and then deleting that post. Excuse me, guys. After all that, he ended up putting out a new post and reposting this right here, which is in Spanish, and I don't expect everybody to read Spanish, so I translated it for you. I clarify again, the only purpose of this tweet is to show that it is not easy for a common person to buy this instrument or meme coin. It's not an endorsement, tutorial, or recommendation. This description is for the sole purpose of seeing how difficult it is for a normal investor who does not belong to the ecosystem. Don't confuse people. It's crazy. There's a tweet that describes how to buy the Libra token. There's clarification on this tweet that is then reposted. But essentially the story is Javier Milei just reposted instructions on how to buy this coin again. And after the coin absolutely died, it had a little bit of a revival today. Just a little one. Just a little bit of a revival. And now it's dying again. And so now, because of the president of Argentina, people got rugged twice on this thing, essentially. It's just the craziest story, guys. I mean, it's just the craziest story. It's the craziest story. And that's just, here's the cherry on the sun. And this is crazy that Kip I just can't believe that Kip protocol, no affiliation, no association. And actually what's crazy is I found this Kip protocol like 3 months ago, and I showed my wife, I was like, look, there's a protocol called Kip protocol. Isn't that hilarious? Isn't that I'm Crypto Kip. I've got no association, no affiliation. Didn't buy it ever, never was interested in it. It was it's less than a $10 million market cap for a protocol, which is crazy. This thing is nuts. The cherry on top of all this is not that it's called the Kip protocol. That's the personal hilarious thing for me. But Dave Portnoy has just been talking about this whole situation. And then, look at this. He tweeted, oh, he just backed Libra again. Am I going to get rugged twice on the same coin? I can't believe. And so he bought like 250, in fact, almost 300 Solana worth of this thing. After, this is crazy. The instructions were posted of how to buy it. Dave Portnoy saw the instructions were posted, so he went to go buy the coin. And instead of following the instructions, he just searched Libra, clearly, and then he just rugged himself, bought the wrong Libra. He bought the wrong Libra. Looks like I'm all in on fake. Bought the wrong Libra. This other Libra coin pumped from a couple 100,000 to like a $20 million market cap in a minute. It's crazy. And then Dave Portnoy doubled down on it. Like, I don't even understand what this guy's doing. Anybody want to buy some fake Libra? Warning, is a meme coin bought by accident will be volatile. It will eventually go to zero. He bought a stupid meme and then encouraged his audience to, and the guy's got a lot of influence. The guy's got a lot of 625,000 people have already seen this in 44 minutes. This coin pumped like crazy. I think this coin's already dead. It might still be pumped. I don't know. Let's see. Let's check it out because it's interesting. Look. Yeah. I mean, it went up like insane, and now it's done and gone. And actually, you can see, let's look at what Dave Portnoy did. And these aren't all his wallets, but you can look at what Dave Portnoy did with this. So he bought this fake Libra. Look at this. Look at this. This is all fake Libra. 361 Sol. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He almost put in 800 Sol. And he's still up like 3x on the thing, I think. But it's just crazy. It's just crazy. It's just, this whole story's crazy, guys. It's convoluted. It's crazy. Here he is. He's saying he's crawling through the trenches. That's pretty funny. It's ridiculous. Here he is in a tropical paradise in a bathing suit, chilling in a tiki cabana, talking about the fake Libra. What a wild time to be alive. What a wild time to be in crypto. What a wild time to be alive. What do you guys think about this story? I'll tell you what I think. I think that, one second. I'll tell you what I think. I think that we are seeing crypto lose. Just as crypto reputation was coming up with the ETFs, with the governments, it is getting crushed back down by these ridiculous maneuvers, by these inciting huge snipe. It was better when it was these small teams of just like average Joe people launching coins. Now you've got like cabals and insiders strategically sniping supply and pumping and then dumping, and it's getting out of control, and it's hurting the big original memes. It's hurting retail more so than anybody. But it's hurting the reputation of Bitcoin. It's hurting the reputation of Solana for sure. But here's kind of the silver lining in the whole thing. Anybody that's been buying meme coins, you know that it's a roll of the dice, guys. And you can have a theory and you can have a narrative, and we've had theories and we've had narratives, and I believe those theories and I believe those narratives. You know, you can have all these things and they could be right sometimes. And like, we made a great play on this channel with Crow with Knife, just because we followed the narrative. You know, same didn't happen with Mary. That's a meme on Cronos as well. You know, there's a bunch of memes in this space that made huge gains. But now there's so many memes every day, and people are getting burnt within an hour on these things. Like this Libra coin only launched an hour. The silver lining is this: the utility plays, Bitcoin first of all, and the bigger utility plays like Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, Algorand, Hbar, the ISO coins, the American-made cryptos that have the tax advantage potentially, and the rumors there, the real blockchains with real use case, real-world utility, or the promise thereof, real-world utility, are probably going to get a second or third look now, and people are probably going to stop trying to chase as much. I mean, still people are going to chase it, but less people, I think, are going to be chasing these really, really risky, might get rich in a day kind of coins because everybody's getting burnt so often on them. And they might go back towards our regular old altcoins, our traditional altcoin season, like for Cronos, like for Solana, like for Algorand and Cronos and Cardano and Binance and XRP and Ethereum. And we're seeing Ethereum pump today, and I don't think it's a coincidence. I think people are getting back out of the trash into the more tried and true altcoin market. Lane says, do you think dumping ETH right now would be a dumb idea? I personally think that any day Ethereum is going to be due for its move back to the upside versus its Bitcoin valuation. That being said, there's a world where it could come a little bit lower before it goes back up. So that's something to keep an eye on. That's a hard one to say. How you doing, John? Shout out to the chat real quick. Shout out to Superboy, Mr. Ahmed in the chat. Candusi, I don't know if I'm saying your name right, it says it started with Trump and Melania. Obviously, it didn't. It started with everything. I mean, it started with everything. I mean, it started. You could argue with the Hawk Tula, and before that, you could say it was Mudang and Peanut the Squirrel and all the big memes, guys. All the big memes in the cycle. It's all done the same way, just different teams. It's all done the same way. And the truth is, and this is why, you know, we've talked about some, is you can make a lot of money on some of them, but you got to know that you're rolling the dice when you're doing it, which is why you always give the disclosures and the warnings. Like, these things go up fast and they come down fast. Buy low, sell high. The goal is to earn more Bitcoin and bigger altcoins if you're into the altcoins. And some people are just trying to earn more money on altcoins so they can buy more Bitcoin. And I think that for everybody, that's an endgame strategy. And right now, everybody that's holding altcoins is going, oh man, maybe I should have just been holding Bitcoin. And the fact that this meme coin market is deteriorating and things are getting worse makes people honestly want to go back to Bitcoin even more so than ever before, which is honestly, it happens in every cycle, guys, where everybody gets sick of altcoins and then they pivot back to Bitcoin. And when the retail pivots back to Bitcoin, that's when altcoin season happens. It's crazy. It's just so crazy how it works. This mass mind beehive mentality that crypto has. I think that altcoins are at a beautiful discount right now. I think there's a tremendous upside for altcoins. I think that you could still make a bunch of money on the memes, but increasingly so, the memes are getting riskier and riskier and riskier. People are asking me in the chat right now, thoughts on Pepe. I think that Pepe is more of a tried and true meme coin at this point. It's gotten to a very large market cap. It's done it organically, it seems. There are still very large whales in that could certainly manipulate the price, and I'm certain that they will, but you could say the same about, you know, Ethereum as well. I think that Pepe is to the point where it's so big and there's so many holders that it's kind of beaten the short lifespan window. I think it's got a longer lifespan. I think Pepe is going to still be a tremendous meme in this bull market. There's a difference between meme coins that just launched and meme coins that have been around for years and years and years and have good volume and good liquidity and better wallet distribution, or at least more holders. But do not be fooled. Pepe is still risky. Dogecoin is still risky. Shiba is still risky, but they're undervalued compared to, you know, historically what we see these blue chip memes doing in a bull market. Just as Cronos is undervalued and Cardano is undervalued and Solana is less undervalued, but still undervalued compared to this post-halving year where we historically see altcoins eventually bottom out versus Bitcoin and then move back to the upside. In my video later today, I already recorded it for Cronos. The reality for Cronos coin is right now it is at its all-time low versus Bitcoin, and it's not the only altcoin that is there. There's a lot of altcoins that are struggling versus Bitcoin right now. And Marty says it best in the chat. One meme coin cannot be blamed for the prices right now. No, but everybody wants a scapegoat all the time, a blame game, this and that. In the Cronos ecosystem, the scapegoat is Chris, right? In the Binance ecosystem, the scapegoat is CAZ. In the Solana ecosystem, the scapegoat right now is Hayden. Before it was Trump. Before that, it was Hawk Tua. You see it happen over and over and over again, and you could put them all at fault. But the reality is this is the meme coin world. This is just what it is, okay? And it's getting worse, okay? It's always been fun, and it's been a good time, and you could make a lot, and you better be in for a good time, not a long time. That's kind of the meme coin game. Historically, some of them are longer plays, like Pepe has lasted a very long time, and it got very big over an extended period of time. If you diamond handed that for like 2 years from the bear market, you would have made a ton of money. That's really hard to do. And that mentality is what set people up. Oh, I missed Pepe, so let me catch the next Pepe to try to find the next Pepe. And as you're holding what you think might be the next Pepe or whatever, or Shib or Doge, that's when you get caught in a Libra and then boom, it goes bye-bye. Or you get caught in the Trump coin and boom, it goes bye-bye. And let me be very clear. I actually think if there's one of these memes that has come out recently that is going to have some kind of life to it, I think that the Trump coin could. I think the Trump coin could. It's down today. It's down 7% today, down to $17 again. But I don't know. I could be dead wrong on that. There was snipers involved with that. There's snipers involved with everything. And so everybody wants to find scapegoats and all that. Just know when you're playing with memes, you're rolling the dice, you know, and you're better off trading, in my opinion, I don't know. That's my personal opinion. If you want to trade with us, I got this cool little spinner game that's lasting for 3 more days. When you sign up for Blowfin using our link, I got a pin in the comment section on X, on YouTube, and in the description. You get $100 deposited. You earn $10 in Pepe for the first 100 users. So there's probably limited spaces left for that. We've had some people signing up for that. You could earn a Bitcoin. And then you could do some trading. You're better off trading oftentimes than you are getting into the next meme or panic buying Libra when, you know, Dave Portnoy or the president of Argentina tweets about it. AP, Associated Press, is posting a story: emboldened crypto industry seeks to cement political influence and mainstream acceptance. It's just crazy that here's where we're at. And you've got, you know, this is the president's crypto advisor. Here you go. He launched a meme coin. We're talking about mainstream acceptance and adoption. The president of Argentina is thinking about now, like his country wants to get him impeached because of the meme coin that he launched. Let's see what happens with Trump and his meme coin, if this spills over into problems for him, or if we're going to get some kind of regulation that's going to stop future memes. Can they stop future memes? I don't think they can. No, that's the opposite of DeFi. The reality is honestly, guys, is you don't want these. You probably do, if you want true DeFi, then you want the meme coin thing to be able to happen, but you might not want to participate, and you probably shouldn't, because the reality is it's really hard to win. Now, it's taking a small percentage of your portfolio and playing the meme coin game, but the reality is mainstream acceptance and adoption is coming, and that does not mean that, like, you know, MOG is going to be the future currency of the world, or that Pepe is, but it does mean that, like, Bitcoin could be. And it does mean that other blockchains could get used for things like, I don't know, tracking flights, or, you know, bank transactions, and, you know, like XRP wants to do, and for, you know, voting on the blockchain, or RWA, real world assets, and, you know, privatizing your data through the blockchain like a Jasmy offers up. All these different things, as opposed to, like, look, it's a monkey with a hat on its head and it's going to 1 billion. It's all fun until you lose. And I know a lot of people have been losing lately. I have not been very successful on the meme coin game myself lately. It's been really hard out there. And I got, you know, a decade worth of experience in this stuff, and you'd think, you know, you could be early. And even when you're within the first minute, sometimes you're too late, which is just nuts. A good case and example is the fake Libra that Dave Portnoy bought today. I didn't buy that today, so you know, it's getting old. I think that there is a fleeing back to the main coins out there. I think there's kind of a fleeing back to Bitcoin and Ethereum that's going to happen here. So it's something to keep an eye on, guys. Just the DCAing and accumulating of the real utility plays is probably the move right now. Solana's coming down. Not financial advice, by the way. Solana's coming down right now. It's a really nice discount for Solana, getting hurt because of all this news. Giving it a bad look, no doubt. Looks like my screen just stopped sharing. Let's get the screen share back up. Kind of crazy, guys. What a crazy day. So, a lot of news there I wanted to break down for you guys. What else is going on, folks? How you doing? What's happening? Do you think a big wallet was made private because they also got some? Do you think a big wallet was made private because they also got some Libra? Oh, and I forgot to say that Dave Portnoy invested his own money in 5 minutes after the launch into this Libra token, and then he was given those free tokens, which he gave back. But his personal investment, he actually ended up losing on, and then Hayden actually reimbursed him $5 million. If any of you guys out there lost on Libra, did you get reimbursed? No. Is that right, that Dave Portnoy can get reimbursed, but the regular people can't? No. It's a weird game. It's weird. It's twisted. Dave Portnoy has been very transparent about it, which, to his credit, yay. But to the whole thing, you know, the whole thing is gross. How's it going, Joyce? I don't quite understand the question. Marty, you know, you can see all the wallets on the blockchain, but it's hard to identify who the owner of what individual wallet might be. So What a crazy time, guys. And Nochi said, what about Doge? What about it? It's a blue chip project. I think it's going to do well. Again, I'm still bullish on Doge, Pepe, and Shib. If anything, all this trash makes me more bullish on the big, still trash, Doge, Pepe, Shib is, yes, let me be very clear. Meme coins in general, it's all trash, right? Meme coins are always trash. They're fun, but at a certain point, they're big, and enough people believe them that when the general market pumps, they're going to pump too. And I don't think we should have that taken away from us, right? I think that these should continue to be free markets in that regard, and that these things can, be very volatile. I think that's all good, but you just have to know, and people need to be educated to understand, the risks. And that, when Dogecoin pumps, and I think it will pump big, it's going to dump very quickly, and it will, and it does, and it do. If you just take a peek, like for Dogecoin, which is a huge market cap coin, to be down, 46% in 66 days, it's a pretty big deal. But let's look at like this as an example. This came down 47% in just like 12 days or something is right there. So like the volatility is real, and that's after it pumped up, 200% in 9 days. And so this has already happened for Doge. It's probably going to happen again. It's probably going to happen for Crow. It's probably going to happen for some of the real utility plays, but let this all serve as a reminder to you that you're here because of Bitcoin. And you're not doing yourself a service if you're ignoring Bitcoin. And again, I am not a financial advisor. I'm not giving you guys financial advice, but Bitcoin is the end game here for everybody. And if you don't think it's the end game, well, then you're probably not looking at the real game. You're probably caught up in the other game, the game that's designed to extract retail money for the whales that are just going to sell those altcoins back for Bitcoin. Your goal is to earn more Satoshis, make money on altcoins, change your life, and get back to Bitcoin, or, get out before the bear market comes. That is how this crypto game works. That is how it has always worked. As it goes more mainstream, it's going to be less volatile to the downside. It's going to be less volatile to the upside, at least for Bitcoin. But altcoins are still ridiculous and crazy in their volatility, which leads to opportunities. The good news is Bitcoin dominance is coming back down, which means we could be on the verge of altcoins maybe getting a recovery versus Bitcoin, which would be cool. Here's Pepe versus Bitcoin trying to establish a bottom. This is kind of starting to look like this bottom. And then Pepe had a nice bounce versus Bitcoin. It's kind of starting to look like this bottom a little bit. Too early to call it. And it does look like it kind of wants to boil over. We'll see. We'll see. What else is going on in the chat? Got some sheep bulls in the chat. BSS, does it make sense to keep dollar cost averaging in a chill, guy? It's got a lot of risk right now, BSS. I'm not going to lie. This market is changing. That is not a, statement to make you panic sell or stop buying, but it just depends how much risk on you want. If it's your end game strategy, it's not a solid end game strategy. At a certain point, you got to protect yourself. That being said, Bitcoin dominance starts going the other way and things coming down. Solana starts pumping. Chill guy could easily rip again. It easily couldn't, it easily might not. So it's really hard to say. A lot has changed since that came out. Meme coins were really fun still at that point, and then they've gotten less fun. There's been a lot more problems that have occurred, causing more skepticism. That might reduce the amount of liquidity that's going to flow back into them. Maybe that's not how it's going to work. Maybe it's just an extreme cool-off period and a generational buying opportunity on some of the memes. I don't know, but I'll tell you this. I got a daughter. I got a decade of crypto experience. I got a nice portfolio of altcoins, and I'm stacking Bitcoin right now because the more I'm in this thing, the more I even realize every year, every day that goes by, Bitcoin is the end game. And to protect yourself from your volatility on your altcoin portfolio, you got to hold some Bitcoin. And to just continue into DCing and do a risky meme, as it could go up 100x or 10x or whatever. And I still think that a chill guy certainly could, maybe not 100x, but it could easily 10x again and come back quite a bit. Is it worth it? Is that what you need? And if you need it, need is a funny word, you shouldn't be needing something like that. This is all, if you're needing wealth based on the success or failure of a meme coin, well, then you probably shouldn't be investing in the meme coin. Did you hear about Shiba? I heard Satoshi Kusama is going to burn 99% of the supply. Is that true? I haven't heard of that. I'll have to look into that. Kip, realistically, do you think Crow will get back to at least 25 cents in the bone? Yes, John. Absolutely, I think so. Absolutely. I still believe in a $1 to $2. Crow, maybe the $5 a stretch at this point. But $1 to $2 is on the table. $2, I think, is very achievable for Crow, personally. Marty says, I feel like I see a ton of the Crow maxis sitting on thousands of free Crow they've accumulated, just waiting to dump it. Everybody's waiting to dump everything all the time, Marty. And that's the truth. Everybody wants to make money and take profit. That's why we're all here. We're not here because the ZK EVM network is, wow, it's so exciting. Nobody's really here because of that. You're all here because you want to buy something low and you want to sell it high. And that's the truth of the matter. And so what we have to do is we have to do our research and decide which ones that people generally like and are going to invest in. And there's no doubt that some of these are going to stick around for the long haul. And there's real world utility on things like a Cardano or maybe an Ondo or a V chain for the supply chain in China, or or Jasmine with your identity, or Algorand with this and that, and Cronos be having an integration with the main exchange where you can have DeFi markets for this and that. There's real utility on some of this stuff, but at the end of the day, those charts that explode, like these bull market trends, guys, that you're all waiting for, that we're all waiting for, that we all love and know, this happens because of excitement, because of, frankly, greed, an opportunity, an investment opportunity. There is no doubt that the bubble experience that Bitcoin has is because people buy in because they think they're going to make a lot of money, and some do, and some don't, and they get caught holding the bag. But generally, Bitcoin will go up over time, and I think that some altcoins will, but certainly not all of them. But when Bitcoin explodes, altcoins will inevitably pump. That is how they do it, even though altcoins have had a lackluster performance so far in this bull market. For the most part, we've actually seen many of them still 2, 5, or 10x, and some of them have 20x, and some of them have 100x, and some of those we've talked about on this channel, which is cool. Like Pepe, man, we were really early on Pepe. We talked about Peanut the Squirrel early. We talked about Mudang early. We talked about Crow with Knife early. Some we got wrong, some we got wrong. Right now, Welsh is not a good play. It could come back. It hasn't done well. Mary, you had a good moment to take some profit, but the thing is back down and it's not looking great right now. And Crow with Knife is a little calm to flat right now. It's, again, good time, not a long time. I think that that's generally how it is. But if things get hot again and Cronos starts pumping, or Bitcoin starts pumping and altcoins start exploding, you could see a meme coin revival. You could see an altcoin revival on these top chains. You certainly could. And so, again, I'm not telling anybody to go panic selling this just because you need to go buy some Bitcoin. Do not panic sell your altcoins to panic buy Bitcoin on its dominance top. That's not what I'm saying. But I am talking about long-term strategies and long-term visions and realistic expectations with your meme coins, with utility plays versus Bitcoin. WCB says, I'm only in one alt and mostly BTC. What's the alt you're in, WCB? You got me curious. Welsh is coming back up. Good. Good. Thoughts on Pengu? Not a lot of thoughts on Pengu. Now is not a time for Pengu at all. Yes, sir. We got 155 of you guys watching on X, 94 of you guys watching on YouTube. If you missed the beginning of this, I think that's the best part of this stream, where I talk through all the ins and outs of the Libra coin launch. So, you know, I urge you guys to go back to the beginning of the stream. Check it out on YouTube if you're watching on X. If you missed it, go back to the beginning of the stream. I discussed the whole Javier Malay thing, and I discussed Hayden, and I discussed Dave Portnoy buying the wrong Libra today, which is crazy. Be careful out there, guys. That is all I have in this one. Sign up for Blowfin if you want to do some trading with us. Up to a $5,000 deposit bonus when you use our link down below. There's a trading contest going on with a cool prize pool going on. It's pretty neat. You spin a wheel, you can earn a Bitcoin. If you sign up using our link, you deposit $100, you get $10 worth of free Pepe, limited to the first 100 users sign up using our link. So there's a couple spots left. If you want to check it out, sign up for that, guys. That's all I got in this one. Please remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't give financial advice. That's not what we do here, but we are going to continue to report on the crypto news every single day in, day out, because frankly, crypto's awesome. Love the crypto space. But man, these meme coins are just kind of changing the game, and we got to keep on it. We got to keep talking about it and continue to speculate on, you know, how we can make money in the rest of this bull market, because I think there's still tremendous opportunities ahead of us that I'm ready for. Are you? Let me know in the comments down below. That's all I got, guys. Smash the like, subscribe. DCA, HODL. Peace, y'all. See you in the next one.